The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a couple. Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of
just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and fake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
At the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal of 29 yards.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Flushed out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He was brought down at the
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
$10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Ravens 7.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 55 yards.
The 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
2nd and goal.
That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Wentz to throw. He'll buy some time right. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Eluding the pressure right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Working from the gun. Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jack Crawford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Shotgun now for Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll run here with Taylor. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Third and goal.
From the gun, it's Wentz. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Their own 25-yard line.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
On the keeper.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving. ball well.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A pickup of 10. But it brings up...
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Jayon Brown.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
a really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. He'll look downfield for Humphries. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
38-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Tannehill on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? Got to put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Dobbins. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Dobbins, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
The Ravens on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wentz. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Now Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 30, Titans 23. Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again to Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
7-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
1-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And on On 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Good gain there on 1st down. That keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20.
Oh, yeah.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tannehill on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line. Today's final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.